MRecktv.
Bring back the man in you, not because you need to, but because you will want to. Improve your weight room and bedroom performance with the all-new VasoFlux for Men natural dietary supplement. This unique blend of barks, roots, herbs, and vitamins is nature's way of keeping you in the game. And all for under $10. You can order yours today. Visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today.
Just any question that you might have, I can dive into.
Well, I'm gonna just go off the phone call. You called me, I believe, a week and a half ago, if that.
Right?
You was like, yo, Reck, I like what you're doing with Aminah and all that. You know what I'm saying? You're taking it there, salute. But you was like, yo, look, she gave you some information, but you as my brother, you was talking to me, I got some other information in terms of, you know,
right.
13 families that of the elite. I know the people that's in control of them. So I need you to elaborate on that because I don't know that information.
Right. Well, I'm gonna just put it to you like this. And I'll give you the simple, and we'll go into the difficult. But we'll go into have another full blown conversation.
Exactly.
Just in terms of what people think they know or think they're aware of. By the way, I want to shout out to the brother Rishla Islam because I see him doing his thing, brother Ben.
Oh yeah, that's my brother. Salute.
They do. You know, they out there really doing what they have to do to try to make an impact. You know,
yeah, I follow him. Nah, definitely. He be definitely he going hard for the peoples. He going hard for the peoples, putting it in.
So in 1744, that was the reestablishment of what we know today as the Illuminati. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And you know, the reason why it transpired that way is because there were certain individuals involved. You know, Adam Weishaupt, another gentleman. You know, another gentleman, you know, was involved as well, and I'll get to his name in a second.
Okay.
The reason why certain things would transpire a certain way over time, and I say over time, and I'm talking about last 500-600 years. Matter of fact, let's take it back even further than that.
Okay.
We have every 25,000 years, we have what you call an equinox. You understand what I'm saying? So in the equinox, every 6,000 years, right? 6,252 years, it changes over from solar to lunar cycle. We are now reapproaching, or we're now in the solar cycle. You understand what I'm saying? We're now back in the solar cycle. So because we're now back in the solar cycle, right? It's time for us to live in what we call the information age. When it says in Revelation chapter 8, verse 1, and I heard the silence in heavens about the space of a half an hour, I was talking about the year 1970 to the year 2080. That's when all information was unlocked and open and unsealed. And you can see it now as we get further and further, right? In this generation we live in now with social media, because you see certain things transpiring. You see a lot of cases. You know, it was a rumor about the whole QAnon thing, and now you see all of these cases being unfolded. Hillary got to stand court on September 9th this year, September 9th, 2020, in the Supreme Court regarding the Pizzagate scandal and things of that magnitude. You know, you see it transpiring. You see that going down. Information is just being exposed. You can literally hear on tape, and this is just public record. Anybody can Google this on Facebook, where Bill Gates says, yes, so in Africa, we're producing wonderful things like childhood death. You can literally hear him saying it. Like, it's not somebody who spliced the tape. You can see his words moving and him saying it with the same level of emotion that's being portrayed in the video. So, the point I'm making by saying that is, those are one level of people, the Bill Gates of the world. Those are the billionaires, right? But on top of them, right, he's in the Fortune 500 club. But on top of them, there is the 13. You understand what I'm saying? And then on top of them, there's the Council of 12. But who are they? How far that information goes? You know, we're going to drag it step by step. You know, we're going to drag it step by step.
Okay.
So it was more than one. It was more than one Illuminati. You know what I mean? Because the Illuminati is nothing but the old empire. Because let me explain something to you. When it tells you in the book of Hebrews, right? And I'm not a heavy biblical guy, but I know the Bible, right? And I'll just reference it certain times where I need to help people understand certain things who think in a Christian fashion. So it tells you in Hebrew, right? It says Melchizedek is the king of peace, Maliki Salam, right? He is the king of peace, and Jesus is the prince of peace after the order of Melchizedek, right? Okay, so it tells you there. So Jesus followed the order of Melchizedek. What was the order of Melchizedek? The order of Melchizedek, right, was the ancient mystical order of Melchizedek, right? And that dealt with, right, everything that we know from time manipulation to mental travel to the things that you find on the walls of pyramids, delicate eye surgeries, crafts. You find pictures of crafts on the walls of, of certain in certain kingdoms and pyramids in Egypt. The pyramids, the pyramid of Khufu and the other ones are directly in line, right, with Canis Minor, right, directly aligned, right, with Cyrus A.B. and some directly aligned with Orion, right, who was in contact with, right, was a certain group of beings, right, who came from the Aldebaran constellation, and they came here to try to keep peace on the earth and save the earth. They see the way certain things were headed. What he did in terms, he respected them as gods, right? And what he did in terms, he tried to build Mastaba, a master race, right, of individuals, right, who resembled them. And the reason why he wanted to create that master individuals who resembled them is because he considered them his deities. They were gods to him. See, for every species on this planet, right, we are all given a directive of certain deities from our own spiritual constellation. And what I mean by that is, for us, right, we come from a certain species of beings, right? And the certain species of beings that we come from, if you look in the book of Ezekiel, he referred to the will of Ezekiel, the great cloud on fire in the sky. If you look at Revelation chapter 4:4, it tells you about the 24 elders who sat around the throne, garbed in white raiment, right, with crowns of gold on their head. It wasn't literally gold; it was the gold represented their level of intellect. You understand? Right. So out of those 24 elders, right, you have, out of those 24 elders, you have those who contributed to man's creation, right? You have those who contributed to sciences in ancient Egypt. You have those who contributed to what you see in South America, right? You have those who contributed, right, to the accelerated learning process of what we know as the Caucasian, right? So the Aldebaranians were the ones, right, who were of Caucasian descent, right, of Caucasoid descent, and they wanted to make peace with Hitler. They gave him all kinds of formulas. That's why, if you look back, if you dig deep enough, right, you can go into the Library of Congress in D.C. and you'll see that Hitler literally had certain flying crafts that he used in war, right, as weapons and they shot out fire weapons or whatever to literally go at war with the Allied forces. General Admiral Byrd was assigned, right, by the Allied forces to defeat Hitler. He was unlimited resources in a period of, I believe, 8 or 9 months to do it. But he wound up defeating the Allied forces at that time for that particular segment of the war within an 8-week period. So things changed over. Things changed over, and the need for him changed over. You understand what I'm saying? So the point is that when it all comes down to it, we are all assigned to certain spiritual masters. Nenti was one of the 24 elders, right, who was responsible for helping to elevate us from what you call Lulu Amalu, which means primitive worker, right, into an actual species of thinking and active emotion beings, right? So is the process of the God concept untrue? Not in the way if you look at it, because it says in Genesis, if anybody thinks I'm crazy for saying this, it says in Genesis, let us create man in our plural image and likeness, right? And
Right.
breathe like the Ruhu Qudus, breathe the breath of life into man so that he may become a living soul, right? So the only way that transpired, right? And it said they formed and fashioned man of the what? The dust of the ground, and breathe the breath of life into man so that he may become a living soul, right? And chief thing until the ground and walk the earth and so forth and so forth. It's the old story in Revelation. It said hour though. That hour was those 24 elders. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, they the same ones that left a big impact in South America, right? And in Egypt, which I call Higher America. Why do I call that Higher America?
Bring back the man in you, not because you need to, but because you will want to. Improve your weight room and bedroom performance with the all-new VasoFlux for Men Natural Dietary Supplement. This unique blend of barks, roots, herbs, and vitamins is nature's way of keeping you in the game. And all for under $10. You can order yours today. Visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today.
This MRecktv content is sponsored by 9-7 Entertainment presents the movie Raina.
All right, y'all. It's showtime. Let's go.
So we're gonna play this one smooth. Not going in there to rock any boats or make any waves, Neek.
It's gonna be straight, Raina. Definitely should crack for more than 150K. He got that shit, man.
150,000? Why you being so nice to me?
And I'm sure a man like you understands that a deal, even a good one, doesn't make itself happen.
No, you're the plug and such. You a joke's bound to happen if you slipping or you lacking. I'm gripping on the Mactin, ready for the action. Shots to make you break dance and have you do a backspin. I got more kicks than karate flicks. My whole team pushing Maserati whips. You on IG liking thotty pics. Shorty pocket broke but her body fixed. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktv promo, MRecktv promo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv. It's got a music.